Question 8. Joan is planning a skiing holiday for herself and her 2 children. They are going skiing for 6 days. The table shows the cost of ski hire, boot hire, and buying lift passes for the 2 shops. All prices are in euros. So you've got shop A and shop B. You've got all the information in the table for 6 days and 13 days. And if we scroll down, Joan will use her own skis and her own boots. For 6 days she will need to hire skis for each of her 2 children, to hire boots for each of her 2 children, to buy lift passes for herself and each of her 2 children. Shop A gives 5% discount. Shop B gives 3% discount. Joan wants to hire the skis, boots and buy the lift passes from the same shop. She wants to get everything from the cheaper shop. Which shop is cheaper for Joan? You must show all you're working out. So this is a clear comparison question, and my advice would be to split the page in half. So all of shop A calculations are going to go on the left and all shop B calculations are going to go on the right hand side. Just makes life easier and clearer. Okay, so shop A and shop B on the right hand side. So let's just deal with one shop at a time. Now it's going to be 1 adult and 2 children go in. She doesn't need skis or boots, and I'm just going to get rid of all the rubbish information. 13 days is irrelevant, so I'm going to cross those out. This is just for shop A, and she doesn't need skis or boots for the adult, so we're going to add £236 to shop A. So 1 adult, 236, not pounds, euros. This is 1 adult. Now I'm going to deal with 1 child. Now the child needs boots, skis and lift pass. So I'm going to add 78, 52 and 165 as well. And that gives us, use your calculators, it's calculator paper, 295 euros per child, but there's 2 children, and that's going to give us a total cost from shop A before discount. So total is going to be 236 add 295 add 295, which is 826 euros. That's with, and they get a 5% discount from shop A. So I'm going to do it the short way. After the discount, after you take off 5%, that's going to give you 95% of the overall price. Or you could find 5% and take it off 826. So I'm just going to find 95% straight away. 95% of 826. So 95% would be after you take off the 5% as well. So 826 times by 95%, or you could use a decimal multiplier, which will be 0.95. So for shop A, Joan would have to pay 784.770 euros. Oops. Okay, now we've got to do the same thing for shop B. So once again, it's going to be 1 adult and 1 child, but it's going to be different prices, obviously. So let's have a look at the prices. Right, once again, I'm going to get rid of the 13 days so I don't accidentally take the wrong numbers. She doesn't need ski hire or boot hire. So slightly cheaper, 242 euros. No, more expensive actually for shop B. 242 euros. For one child, it's going to be 68 euros, add 48, add 160. So for one child, it's going to cost 276 euros, but I've got two children. Well, Joan has two children. And the total is going to be 700 and 94 euros. That's before discount. So for shop B, they get a 3% discount. So that's an overall percentage of 97%. Or, like I said before, you could find 3% and take that off 794. So 794 times 97%. So shop B would cost them, after discount, 770.1418 euros. Okay, and that's it. So which shop is cheaper for Joan? Finish off the question. You must say which one's cheaper then. So shop B is clearly cheaper, 770.18 euros. So I've run out of space, but I'm going to write that here. So shop B is cheaper. And I finished the question. So question 8 is worth 5 marks in total. Okay. So the first mark is a method mark for either working out the total cost of shop A or shop B. If they see 826, then they would give you the mark, I believe. Okay, so you need to get to that stage there. So that's worth 1 mark. The second mark is for working out the total cost of the second shop, either shop A or shop B. The third method mark is for either shop A or shop B, a method for the reduction. Now you could have found 5% and taken it off. That's also a valid method. So 1 method mark here. The fourth mark is for the actual prices that she's going to have to pay for shop A or shop B, or both. Okay, so either one of those would have given you the 4th mark. And the 5th mark is for answering the question shop B is cheaper, but obviously you have to have all the calculations and the evidence there. And that's it.